Let's talk about Snap EDA. Now, I always have a lot of problems with Snap EDA. The part I want is not available, or I can find the footprint, but Snap EDA happily tells me that the file is not available for download. Parts that you would think would obviously be there appear to be MIA. I can rarely find a footprint for switches that I want to use, so I have to design them myself. Now, maybe you will have better luck with your search in Snap EDA, but I don't always find what I want. Now, that being said, I think something has changed, or maybe my computer is not playing nice with ExpressPCB and Snap EDA. Now, I don't know. I do know that Snap EDA is now known as Snap Magic, but it still has the Snap EDA URL. But before we do any of that, I suggest you go to your desktop and create a folder called Snap EDA Parts, or whatever you want to name it, and you're going to see why in just a moment. Let me show you how the nice people at ExpressPCB Plus want you to get parts. Spoiler alert, it won't always work for me, and I have to get my parts in a different way. Also be aware that when you get a part from Snap Magic, aka Snap EDA, you will need to create an account in order to download anything. So let's say you need a DC to DC converter for your project. So what you want to do is come over here to Part, use the drop down, and go to Import Part from Snap EDA. And then this handy little window opens. And I'm going to type in DC to DC converter in here, just like this. And then I'm going to click on the search icon right here. Now the window will think about it, and then up pops a list of DC to DC converters. So we're going to scroll down like this, and we're going to select this one right here. This guy. So I'll click on that, and this window will open up. So here is the footprint for that DC to DC converter. And up here, I can get prices on this part from different suppliers. Here's DigiKey, and I can also choose Mouser if I want. Now to get the footprint, I should just be able to come right up here to where it says download and click on that like this. And when I do, I get this message. The file to download is not available. Please contact Snap EDA. Now I get this every time I try to download a footprint. And I'm running the current version of ExpressPCB Plus, which is 3.2.1.0. And just for reference, these videos were recorded in May of 2026. Now, if your computer does play nice with Snap EDA and you do get the footprint to download and save, it will appear in the parts library under the category Eagle. Now, you can change the category it is in, and I'm going to show you how to do that in a moment. All right, let me get rid of this. Okay, now let me show you how I have been getting parts from Snap EDA. And this might just help you if you can't get them the way the ExpressPCB videos show you how to. So again, we're going to go over here to Parts. We're going to start the same way. We're going to click on that, and we're going to choose Import Part from Snap EDA. I'll come over here, and I'm going to search for DC to DC converters again. So let me put that in. And I'll hit Search. And when the choices pop up, I'm going to scroll down and select that DC to DC converter again. This puppy right here. And then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to select View on Snap EDA. Now that will open this web page with my part selected. I'm now going to select Download Footprint like this. And then I get a menu asking me to select the format that I want. So I'll come over here and find ExpressPCB Plus, and I'll click on that. And that opens the sign-in page for Snap EDA or Snap Magic. Now, if you don't have an account, just go ahead and make one. It's really easy. I have an account, so I'm going to come down here and I'm going to click on Sign In. And let me log in. And after I sign in, it will take me back to the page where my converter is. So I'm going to select Download Footprint again, like this. Then ExpressPCB Plus. Then it tells me that it converted it, and where do I want to save it? So I'll come up here and I'm going to select Save As, and you can see that I am already in the Snap EDA Parts folder. and that this is a compressed zipped folder. So let me just hit save like that. And now we have our part. So now we will go to that folder. Let me open the file here. And you can see that it downloaded right here. So I'm going to double click on that. And you'll notice that the file came in as an LBR file right here. So now I want to do a Control-C, and I want to go back to the root directory of Snap EDA parts like that. Come down here, and I am going to do a Control-V and paste my new part in. Well, that was easy. Think you're done? Well, guess again. Now I'm going to go back to Express PCB Plus, and I'm going to go back to the parts drop-down over here, and I'm going to choose Import Eagle Part. Now, why did I choose Import Eagle Part? Well, that is where Express PCB Plus saves your downloaded Snap EDA parts. So now I have to navigate back to the Snap EDA parts folder like this. And then I can find that converter that we just downloaded, and I believe it's this one right here. And then I come over here and I hit open. And when I do, I get this box that says the following part was converted and saved for future use. .conv_DQQ3-48-S3-S. Now, if I hit OK like this, the library window will open, and there is your part. You'll also note that we are in the Eagle category here, and here's the part we just downloaded. I can double click on it now and drop it into my drawing. Now, there is one thing I've noticed about Snap EDA. So I downloaded a 2N1307 transistor, and it came in a little funny. Let me show you that. Come over here. We'll do import part. We'll type in, and then we'll hit search. And there it is. So we'll come over here to the footprint, click on that. Okay, and then we're going to say view on Snap EDA. And there it is. So we'll come down here and we will click on download footprint. And this warning pops up that says, footprint not verified. Sorry, we didn't get a chance to verify if this recommended footprint is correct for this component. Please be careful when integrating this into your design. Thanks. Well, thank you for the warning, but I'm going to come up here and I'm going to say, got it, download anyway. Then I'll come down here and click on Express PCB Plus. It says it's converting. And now it says, what do you want to do with it? And just like before, we're going to go Save As. And we're going to save it in the Snap EDA Parts folder. So we'll come down here and we will hit Save like that. And now we should be able to open that file. And there is our 2N1307 hiding right there. So now, it's never easy, is it? Okay, let's get rid of that. Let's come up here. We're going to do the same thing we did before. Import Eagle part. We will find it. There it is. 2N1307. We'll hit open. And it says the following part was converted, just like before. Okay, let's hit OK. Now we can see we're in the Eagle category again, and there's our transistor. And let's, well, we don't even have to click on it and put it in the drawing. We can look at it over here. And you can definitely see why it was not verified for use with Express PCB Plus. Now, several of the parts that I have downloaded in the past have warned me that they are not verified for Express PCB Plus. And usually I will just check the dimensions to see if they're okay. But this part is definitely screwy. So beware when downloading things from Snap EDA Plus. Let me close the library out. Now, I mentioned before that you can make a custom category in the parts library folder. And I'm going to show you how to do that. And later on, we will get into the subject in much more depth when we design our own custom parts. So let's say I'm going to have a whole bunch of DC to DC converters, and I would like them to be grouped in one place. So here's how you go about it. Now, here is the drawing that we downloaded, and then we clicked and put into our drawing. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here and we're going to click on the converter like that. Now, if I look up here under the part description and file description boxes on the ribbon, I can see that in the part description box, 2 data fields are indeed filled. This one says PS. Now, this is the symbol name. And below it is CONV_DQQ3-48-S3-5. This is the part name. Now, over here in the file description side, we have 1 and 1A, and this is the drawing name. But for right now, we're going to ignore those 4 items. This data field at the bottom is the one we're interested in. Now, if I hover over it like this, it says category used to group parts in parts library and designs in gallery. Examples are batteries, AVR, capacitor, connector, diode, etc., etc. This is where we create our new category. So what we do is we click in the data field like this, highlight it, and we type in DC to DC. And I think I need a space there. Let's do that. Okay, now with the parts still highlighted, come over here to File like this. Click on it and select Save to User-Defined Parts folder. So we'll click on that. And that opens our User-Defined Parts library. So now what we do is we come down here, and I shouldn't have done that. So let's highlight it, and we're going to give it a name. And we're going to call it a DQQ3-48-S3-S. Then we'll come over here, we'll say Save. Now, if I come up here and I open the More Parts in Library screen, and I go to DC to DC, there it is right there. And it's now in our custom category. So I can click on it, bring it in, and there it is. Now you can add additional parts to this category by just typing in DC to DC in the data field. This data field right here, that defines what category the part is going to be stored in on the library screen. Now, I am not sure exactly where new parts categories that you create reside inside Express PCB Plus, or whether or not you can delete them. Now, maybe I'll try to figure that out for a future video. Now, if you know where they reside, let me know, and we can then let everybody know. All right, I think that is all I can think of for this video. If I come up with anything else, I'll put it in another video in the future. So in the next video, we will tackle the wonderful world of traces. We'll see you then.